everyone, welcome back to Adventures, Trails, and Tales. We got a great video planned for you as we took a giant trip to West Virginia to go visit the New River Gorge. And on the way, we found some awesome hot spots in Carter Caves, Kentucky. But before we get to that, you are not going to want to miss our New River Gorge video. Such a beautiful national park as of recent, very popular, and for good causation. There was so much to do at the New River Gorge, some excellent hikes with some breathtaking and sometimes scary views. It's a wonderful place to visit, and we hope that you enjoy that future video to come. It just might be your next vacation destination to discover and experience for yourselves. When we embarked on this trip, we decided to make 3 key stops in total. First up, we stopped in Portsmouth, Ohio, along the Ohio River. We then headed down into Kentucky towards Carter Caves, which is the focus of this video. And finally, we headed towards our final destination on the trip, which was the New River Gorge in West Virginia. But that final stop is for another video and another time. Today we focus on Portsmouth and Carter Caves. Let's go. So the idea to make a pit stop at Carter Caves and Portsmouth on the way to New River Gorge actually came from my parents, who had taken a visit down there earlier in the summer. They loved it and bragged it up so much that we actually decided to make it our family vacation stop for the year. The total drive time from our house was about 4 hours to Carter Caves. We decided to make that stop in Portsmouth at the 3-hour mark to get some dinner, to do some exploring, and to break up our travel. As we cruised into the quiet little town on the Ohio River, Portsmouth, we found a lovely little stop and place to eat, again recommended by my parents, which was the Scioto River. They're known as a local favorite, and especially for their smoked steak and smoked meat. And boy, could you smell it as you walked up. The environment inside was awesome. They had the open-up garage doors for a great environment. Small community vibes with a lot of flavor. My parents decided to order the large smoked steak so that we could all share, and we ended up getting a few of the pork ribs, and they were humongous. That smoked flavor was packed in tight, and highly recommend the steak. Had a very unique flavor that you don't get very often. So definitely a place to stop. The Scioto River, we could not recommend it enough, especially on your way to Carter Caves or if in southern central Ohio. What we found on the streets of Portsmouth afterwards was truly amazing. But first, please like, subscribe, give us a comment. We love you guys' support. We post all kinds of adventure videos. If this is your vibe, if this is your style, looking for adventure, you're going to want to follow our channel and check out our other videos. Thanks again, and let's get back to the video. Before heading out, we decided to get some calories burned because we were feeling pretty stuffed. And this is a great place to walk. They have tons of little flea markets and stores. But one of the coolest features that we found was their flood walls, which contained breathtaking and miraculous, stunning pieces of artwork all up and down the street. We were so shocked to stumble upon this as we got a few steps in. On that one street in Portsmouth along the Ohio River, we spotted over 55 murals. It was a gorgeous and well worthwhile walk up and down that road. As you can see from the video and from the Google Maps, it's very accessible, and the amount, time, effort, forethought, detail, and planning put into these murals. Paintings of the town of Portsmouth itself, of historical events that shaped the town and the nation, local heroes and local figures, and other timelined paintings out of history. You really just fall into a state of awe admiring the art. It was really a thing of beauty, and it just was a great start to our trip to Carter Caves. We were able to walk up and walk actually on top of the murals along the grass wall of the Ohio River. We spotted a tugboat going over the bridge that we would shortly drive over to get into Kentucky. It was really a beautiful day as well, so just great vibes all around on the first day of this trip. Highly recommend making a pit stop in Portsmouth before crossing over, whether heading into Ohio or out of. This one street alone, including the dinner we had, made it all worth it. Plus, the Ohio River is beautiful in and of itself. From there, our goal was to make it to Carter Caves in time to maybe sneak in a hike to get settled into our cabin/lodge. So we kissed goodbye to Ohio, said hello to Kentucky, and we continued on with stomachs full and our sense for adventure initiated by this great stop in Portsmouth. About an hour into Kentucky, we had arrived at Carter Cave State Resort Park. One of the things my parents loved about this park, and as you can see from the Google Maps, is how tight-knit and close quarters everything is between the lodges, the Welcome Center, and the access to trails. Everything is right at your feet and is a matter of a few minutes away before you find your next adventure. As you can see from Google Earth, the cabins and lodges that were available for us to rent were very homey. We woke up to a stunning morning view of the woods, a great way to start a day full of adventure. They have a really nice lodge, the Lewis Caveland Lodge. We stopped there to get our keys and find some maps. We also utilized their breakfast takeout menu, and the best feature is there was actually trails just straight in the backyard. So we were easily able to take off even getting there the night of and go off on a night hike and prepare our day in the morning. Again, all those trails interconnect. They're very close quarters. The trails are easily marked. They're very doable for the average hiker and those that take you on a variety of hiking experiences. There are over 30 miles of trail in total, and you kind of can be selective with the difficulty. They are labeled on the maps very well. And we're going to go ahead and put up the trails and trips that we took on the screen. We highly recommend each and every one. We had a great time on all of them. And there are tons to see on them with lots of rock formations, obviously caves, bridges, streams, rivers, waterfalls, you name it, they had it at Carter Caves. The best part, low foot traffic on the trails. Without further ado, we're going to get quiet here and we're going to show you some 4K, 60 frames per second HD footage of the views that we were able to capture on our day at Carter Caves. Enjoy. On our full day at Carter Caves, there was one more thing that we wanted to do. So we headed over to the Welcome Center and we signed up for a cave tour. Or it wouldn't be Carter Caves without touring one cave, and we had Cascades Cave in mind. After signing up, we had some time to kill. The cave was not super far away from the Welcome Center. It was just a short little drive where we would be meeting our cave tour guide along with other people that signed up. Luckily at the Welcome Center, there was a lot to see and do just in the Welcome Center. Tons of hiking around there, some cool additional rock formations, bridges. The hikes around there took us along a stream. It was a nice way to kill time. We then loaded up and headed out. And we waited for our tour guide at Cascades Cave. He was a nice and very passionate fellow that took us into the caves. He did a really nice job keeping the calm, cool chaos of having young children along on that cave journey, and he taught us a lot of things along the way, and we highly recommend the cave tour. We're going to show you some of those videos here. Really need to head down into these caves. It's like being submerged into a whole new world, a world underneath the surface that we don't often think about. There was all kind of creatures, bats that we were able to see. Obviously, stalactites, stalagmites. We were taught the difference by our tour guide. We walked along, and the greatest part about this was that in these summer months, those caves are cool and damp beneath your surface. So it was a lovely little break after a full day of hiking out in the sun. It was a nice, calm, cool way to relax, take a break from hiking for a little bit, experience a new environment. One of the coolest things that happened on the tour, in most cave tours that we've been on, is a lights out moment where they turned all the lights off in the cave and it was just pitch black. I mean, as pitch black as possibly it could ever be. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face, nothing. Really cool to experience a cave tour. We've done one in Indiana as well, more of a gem kind of cave with a lot more crystallized rock formations. There really is a complete environment and ecosystem down there as far as the minerals and different animals that live down there. It's awesome to have a tour guide along to help you learn a little bit about a place that you don't often get to visit. We got to see some underground waterfalls, really carving away at the rock there. Lots of different layers and different colors, and it's just really cool to, instead of seeing it on a movie, see it for yourself in person. Kentucky has lots of caves, so get yourself to one. We highly recommend Cascades Cave in Carter Cave State Resort Park. And so with that, we embarked on the rest of our journey off to New River Gorge, West Virginia, which amplified our hiking experience and journey into different parts of the United States even more. It was a hidden gem. We're glad that we went. It was a beautiful little trip. The stop at Carter Caves in Portsmouth were the icing on the cake to just, make this a wonderful family trip. Get out with your family, get out with your loved ones, or just get out by yourself. Enjoy nature, be grounded as a human to the environment that we live in. This has been Adventures, Trails, and Tales, and we really enjoyed this one. We hope you enjoy it too.